Hello, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I have been posting about this on Instagram and talking to people about it, obviously, but I'm finally going to share my tips on how to lose weight without going to the gym. So for the last couple weeks, or like a month or so maybe, I haven't really been going to the gym, and I usually am able to keep my weight pretty consistent without going to the gym, but I was feeling so low and I was like, oh my god, like my weight's going up so much. It was after my birthday, so of course like my weight was going up. And I was like, okay, what am I about to do? So I went to the gym and then I was gaining weight and I was like, I don't really know how I feel about this. So I basically came up with a foolproof plan for me every time I feel like I need to lose some weight or I need to stay slim. And I have been feeling good. My skin has been glowing. Like I've just been feeling like I'm putting the right stuff into my body. That's why I look more slim, you know? So I'm going to show you guys what I was looking like before I got on this path, and then I'm going to show you guys a picture from today, and you can kind of see the difference, and just, you know, the difference in my weight. I lost about 10 pounds or so, 11 points. Let me pull out my fitness pal because you already know. So on October 1st, I was 172 pounds, 0.2. And today I weighed 160.1. I'm so close to the 50s. I'm like tempted to just like drink water all day, like toxic. So anyway, I have a bunch of tips, so I'd like to share them with you guys, and let me know what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at @AmakaSadvice, and let me know what you guys think. Send me a screenshot if you did watch the video, and I'll definitely shout you out on Instagram. All right, here we go. Okay, my first tip, and this is probably one of the biggest tips. My first tip is to keep your gut clean. I know it sounds crazy, like your gut, what? But the issue is that like we let like bad toxic foods sit in our body and like it doesn't move. It'll just sit in your gut. When you have a healthy gut, that's when you have a healthy body. That's where you can determine whether or not somebody is really healthy or not. So it's important to keep it clean, keep it healthy, but also clean it out often. Some ways that you can keep your gut healthy is by using certain supplements that are good for gut health. Probiotics are super good for gut health, especially for women. It's also very good for vaginal health as well. So it kind of keeps that whole area clean on the inside. And then also, if you just don't really like want to buy supplements or take supplements, there are certain foods that are good probiotics or keep your gut healthy. One of them is yogurt. It's really also good for your gut and just like keeping your body functioning well. If you just do this and keep your gut clean, like, you know, get all that stuff out of there and keep it clean, like you will see such a difference, like even in your energy and how you're feeling in your skin. Like everything kind of just like elevates when your insides are feeling good like that, you know? Okay, the next one is detox. Now I honestly would, if I'm being, you know, completely honest, if you are trying to get on track and trying to start eating healthy and, you know, bettering your body, bettering your life, I would do a detox first. But regardless, you should be detoxing often. So especially if you eat bad food or you eat unhealthy food, I'm not encouraging eating like that, but I'm just being realistic. Detoxing is huge. Like detoxing is what gets all those toxins out, which keeps your body healthy, especially if you're eating food that sits in your body like cheese, dairy, sugar, bread, you know, things that we probably naturally eat every day and we don't realize really just sit on our body and on our stomachs. Love handles, gut, all of it, girl. So there are a lot of ways to detox. I personally prefer to detox with tea, and I can drop a video for all of these things. So if you guys want videos about like what supplements I use and what detox teas I use, just leave a comment and I have no problem sharing. I just want to keep the video not too long. So I prefer to have everything natural, more healthy. You know, I'm very mindful of what I put in my body these days, especially because I'm an adult. Like it's kind of like, how long do you like start doing foolish things until you're like, okay, like let me grow up a little bit, you know? So like I'm very mindful now of like what I put in my body, and so certain supplements, like if they have like toxins or certain things in them, I won't take them. But I prefer to take supplements of natural things. So I'll prefer things that can be naturally occurring. And so if I take it in a supplement, like it's not orchestrated in a factory like hydroxycut or something like that, you know? So yeah, supplements, teas, water. Honestly, if you up your water intake, that's already gonna help detox your colon and detox your intestines, because it's kind of clearing the way to let the stuff kind of flow out, you know what I mean? So keeping your gut clean and detoxing. I could end the video right there. I could end the video right there, honestly. Like, done. You're good. Like, and the crazy thing is, even when you start doing that stuff, you notice that your body looks more toned. Like, you have more muscle. Like, I haven't been exercising at all, and my body is more fit. And again, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen kind of like the progress and what I've like showed about my body, but I've never been so confident about my body before, ever. Like, okay, so another thing that helps, especially if maybe you can't change your diet, is to just keep an active lifestyle. I know it's easier said than done, especially now with quarantine and COVID, but I'm hoping that maybe this video could also maybe also help you, you know, later on down the line, you know, after all of this has kind of blown over and you just kind of need that restart. Keeping an active lifestyle definitely helps. For me, I was pretty much sitting in the same spot in my apartment all day. And I was like, okay, I can't really be doing this and expect my body to like not just like fall into a lump, you know? So something I do, even like as small as like sitting up straight and like keeping my abs engaged, or going outside and taking a walk. Like, even if it's cold, I live in Chicago, so it's cold, but if I need to run to the store, instead of driving to the store, if it's walking distance, I'll just walk to one. Something as simple as that, just like moving your body around. I know some of my friends who work from home, they'll move to different rooms in their houses, but whatever works for you, like, just try to get your body moving. Like, every hour, am I sitting in the same spot I was sitting in an hour ago? Okay, let me move. Am I doing the same thing I was doing an hour ago? Okay, let me move. It feels a little bit better to just move around, and then your body kind of like starts to like get ready to move. So your body's becoming ready, like, okay, well, we're moving around a lot, so we need to tone this area up so that we can get used to moving, you know? Additionally, it doesn't have to be so difficult to move or have an active lifestyle. It can be as simple as, you know, if it's safe, obviously. If your friend says come over, like, actually going, you know, just even the act of getting in a car or getting in an Uber or getting on the bus or train and going somewhere else, having to then like go from that place to another place, physically just moving around and like, you know, maybe seeing people, or, you know, people you haven't seen in a while. Obviously, again, please be safe. This is not a joke. COVID is very real. But, you know, I just want to like encourage you to, you know, go outside and just do more active things. Like, it doesn't have to always be the traditional going for a run and being exhausted after 10 seconds because you're not a runner, or going to the gym and being annoyed because you're bored because you're not a gym person. Do things that work for you, and it can be as simple as going to see your friends. Okay, this, I will preach this for the rest of my life. Like, I grew up on this and it's always worked for me, and I also think it's really good for like staying centered and staying close to spirit, staying close to God, staying close to your surroundings when you don't put as much focus on food. But the fourth tip is fasting. So fasting does not have to be a big deal. Like, not eating food is not as big of a deal as you think. Like, we put too much focus on the wrong things. We don't even actually have to eat as much food as we do eat every day. Like, we don't actually have to consume as much food as we eat. We just do because that's the norm. We were told you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and in between those you can eat snacks. So when you do these things and you're developing this lifestyle, that's fine because that's what everybody else is doing. But sometimes you have to think and like draw back, like, what is my body saying about this? This is my third meal today, and I'm like not moving, and I'm sitting here slumped because I've like eaten so much food, you know? Additionally, I noticed this about myself. When I cut out bread and like refined carbs, I noticed that my cravings are almost like completely gone. Like, even today, I don't even think I've eaten anything yet today. I mean, I'm in a period of fasting right now, but it's become so like easy for me that like I didn't even think about it. But one thing I did do was drink my water. Okay, we're not fasting from water, we're fasting from food, from bad food especially. So I will usually fast. I'll wake up, I'll make sure I drink my water, I'll take my sea moss. So I'm still taking my supplements and things throughout the day. I'll take my sea moss, put something in my stomach so I can take my supplements, you know, keeping myself healthy for COVID, you know, elderberry, all these different things that are good for my body and my body feeds off of. So when I'm fasting, I'm not feeling like I'm at a loss because I'm feeding my body with things that it needs or that are good for it. That will last for some time. I have a pretty active lifestyle, so I'm out of the day most of the day, so I'm not really thinking about food, and I'm not sitting like waiting for food. Like, I usually break my fast around 4. Some people break their fast at noon. I know my mom usually fasts till like lunchtime, so then it's like I'm not really eating anything all day. She'll drink her coffee, she'll drink her tea. She puts like good like water into her body because her body needs water regardless, but she won't put food into her body till like noon. So something like that. Make it work for you. Like, don't make this into a diet, don't make this into a fad. Like, make this into a lifestyle choice, and it makes it a lot easier to make those decisions. I'm doing this because I want to like fuel my body, I want to feel good, look good, and I also want to be a walking example for my future children. You know, that's always been my fuel. It encourages me to make the right decisions, including going vegan, which I actually did recently. I prefer to call it plant-based, but vegan. But yeah, so just taking out things that I just know, like my body, I would eat dairy and I feel terrible. I would eat meat and like my skin was breaking out. I'm like, dang, like maybe I just shouldn't eat these things, because my body, like I got to that point in life where my body was like, girl, enough, like cut that out. And that leads right into drinking water. Water, water, water. I will never stop stressing drinking water. Water will save your body, save your life, save your time, save your patience. Like water is life. You need water. So make sure you drink a lot of water. Don't drown yourself. Don't drink more than you need, but make sure you're drinking a lot of water so that your body doesn't feel like it needs to hold on to all of these like toxic things. Let it flow. Let it flow out of your body. Let it flow. Okay, so this is my last tip, and this one you can take it or leave it, because, you know, I don't want to push people to like feel like they have to do anything, but this is just what I do. So the last thing I did, like I said, was cut out those foods that did not sit right with my body. Crackers, like I said, like bread, dairy especially. Dairy does not sit well with me, and I just had to let that go. And plus there's plenty of plant-based cheeses that taste just fine. So I cut those things out, and like sweets, like eventually, and I know it's hard because like these foods specifically fuel our cravings, but once you cut things out slowly, like maybe instead of buying 2 boxes of crackers this week, you'll buy 1. Maybe instead of buying 3 packs of Swedish Fish, you'll just buy 1. And eventually, like, you don't have it to binge on. You won't have it in front of you. So eventually you're like, okay, what else can I eat? Like, for me, if I feel like I have a sweet craving, then I'll make a smoothie with like fruits in it. I'll throw in some dates. Dates are actually really sweet, and they're actually not bad. My friends from LA told me about this, and I did not know it was like this, but dates are actually really good and really sweet, like super sweet. Like it's like hardened maple syrup. Plus it's COVID, like I don't know if people are really taking care of the food like they say they are, like, and we already know all the stories. So, you know, it's like, how long can you ignore what's really going on before you start changing your life? So, girl, I changed my life, and I feel great. I hope it really like portrays through this video. I hope y'all can really feel my energy right now. Like, I feel great. Like, God is really blessing me, but cutting out those foods, it just helps you be more clear. It helps you be more focused. It helps you like stop obsessing over food and obsessing over these things that are so bad for you, and like putting good things into your body and looking and feeling good. I've never taken so many mirror pics. So anyway, I hope this video helped somebody. If it does, or whatever tip you feel like resonates best for you, leave a comment. Let me know. Like, I want feedback. Like, y'all need to talk to me. Like, let me know. What do you think? Like, you know, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna make changes? Like, let's elevate. Like, I want this channel to be more focused on self-love, and that includes what we put into our bodies. Like, I care, and I want y'all to care about you just as much, like, or more, really. So yeah, like, let's level up together. Like, let's get to it. So this is what I've got for you guys. Let me know if you want any follow-ups on the supplements and detoxes and things that I use. But yeah, all of this stuff does not require the gym. So if you even add the gym, girl, okay, baddie immediately. Like, and a lot of these changes happen within like a week or 2. Like, your body only takes a week to change, 2 weeks for other people to notice the change, and 3 weeks for you to notice the change. So if you just start doing this for 7 days, your body already started changing. Leave a comment, like I said, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Amaka's Advice, follow me on Twitter at Amaka's Advice. I got all the tea, all the good stuff for y'all, all the good vibes. So yeah, I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.